up, everybody? Welcome to another Fresh Take. Vicky, how are you?
I am good, can't complain. What's going on?
Well, as y'all can see by my name, yeah, episode 5 of X-Men 97, entitled Remember It. The last 10 minutes of this episode, they was dead wrong for that. The last 10 minutes of this episode.
They was acting out of pocket.
I mean, with the whole episode, the
Nah, see, nah, Jay. I saw it at the beginning. And my brother reminded me of it because at first I thought I was just like bugging, but I was like, oh, maybe I didn't see what I saw. But he was like, no, you saw it. I was like, all right, bet. You knew it was gonna be bad when the Watcher was watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a Watcher episode. Things about to go wrong.
About to go left real quick.
Somebody gonna get a third eye. Like it's gonna be bad.
Yeah. So if you don't know, they did an adaptation of E for Extinction. That comic story happened, I want to say 99, 2000, somewhere in there. It's the story where Genosha basically gets overrun with Sentinels and 16 million mutants die. So that's the comic book version of it. They did their adaptation of this, and it's just as bad. So basically, the messiness and the soap operasness happens in twofold. One, Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor, and Scott. That was hilarious.
Jean was like, "You still talking to this shit? Oh, word, yo!
Oh, you have a second report of the women.
Go be with her. Go be with her. That's exactly how Jean was. She was like, "Go be with her. You want her? Go be with her."
I'm like, to be fair, Madeline Pryor is the mother of his child. I'm just saying.
See, that's the thing. It's like when your clone takes over your life, and it's not an evil clone.
Yeah.
So like.
She was just
not evil.
She was just as much of a victim as Jean was. That's the whole point.
Yo, y'all relationship dead. He can't be with you like he was with your twin sister because she replaced you.
Yeah.
Your relationship's dead. There ain't no hope. Ain't no hope. Like we gotta go our separate ways and leave it at that.
Now, some people got mad. I thought it was funny. To me, I thought it was funny because I knew this was gonna happen. Because one, to be fair, Scott is a Boy Scout. So the mother of his child, he gonna talk to her. Whether you like it or not, Jean, he's gonna talk to her.
They're both mourning the loss of their child.
Yeah, so that talk was gonna happen. Now, Jean, it was just funny because Jean was like, I know good and damn well you ain't having a second report with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Time out. Didn't you just kiss Wolverine?
Listen, I ain't saying she was being right.
Jean being messy as hell, and I was here for it. The other messy part was Rogue. I talked to my nephew last night, and he made a good point. He was like, look, I understand both sides of it, because to be fair, Gambit can have any woman he wants to 10 times over, but he wants her. The other thing is, she can't touch him without killing him, but she can touch Magneto a lot. So
and you know what? And I was saying, I was like, you know, when she was telling the story, and I was like, hold on. So like I'm like from Gambit's side when she was telling the story, breaking it down. Yeah. I was like, hold on, chick. Now you telling me when your mom had you wilding out that you was hooking up with old dude that we was over here fighting with, and once we weren't fighting with them, then it's cool, and you start hooking up with him again. I'm like, listen, we could break bread, but you ain't got to do all that. He ain't got to break your back. Like, what are we doing up in here? So nah.
And Sam, you are absolutely right.
We're out here flying and feeling over each other while dancing to Ace bass and drop
in front of his face. There's a meme going around. I wish I could find it. It was on Twitter, and dude was like, "Let me get this straight. You gonna sit up there, dance with his kiss him in front of his face. You crazy. Like that she was just like
Yo, like,
happiness.
nah, like, and like Gambit is like my second favorite X-Men. And I'm like, you just do my boy like that? Like, I understand.
To his face.
But you know what? Like, never mind, I'm gonna say something wild. I'm not gonna say it.
But on the flip side, I kind of understand Rogue's point of view because she ain't never Magneto's the only person she can actually be intimate with.
Listen,
and not have to worry about killing him.
So no, listen. There's a lot of weird, kinky stuff out there. So all she needs to do is get her whole body, or he gets his whole body in one of them like latex bodysuit things.
Don't think that's gonna work.
What if she could touch him with gloves on? Ain't it the same?
Technically, yes.
So long as all of him is covered in latex, it would work, right? And you could go buy that at the little freaky shop.
I prefer I prefer what they came up with in the comic where they gave her a bracelet that temporarily knocks her powers out for 12 hours.
Oh, well,
I prefer that. I prefer that.
I mean, listen, the ballooners find a way.
Yeah. But that happened and like Gambit like, okay, I'm out. At this point, Cable just shows up. You're like, what the hell's going on with Cable? Like, why is he here? And he's like, cut the music off. Y'all got to get out of here. Cut the music off. Y'all got to get out of here. And he sees his mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so you survived. And that's when he gets pulled back. He didn't have enough time. So apparently, and they make it seem by what he was saying, he had done that more than once. The way they made it seem like he's been trying to stop that from happening more than once. Now, before we get to that, there is a couple of killer lines that they wrote the best lines for Magneto. So the reason why he's in Genosha is because they want to proclaim him the leader, president, whatever, king, whatever. Mm-hmm. And Val comes up and she's like, normally nations don't elect terrorists as their leaders. He's like, yeah, but so many leaders, but so many countries allow their leaders to be terrorists. I'm like, ooh.
Well, that ain't a bar right there.
Yeah, so I'm like, well, Magneto got the best lines in this series so far.
I mean, and if you pay attention, it's always been, low key political, and they was putting things on like, you listen, a whole group of people being persecuted.
That's
so,
why.
Like, come on now.
So it's woke mess. Y'all need to go somewhere with that. It's been like that. That's the whole reason the X-Men exist.
Yeah, like if you don't watch it, then
just don't watch.
That's all. Don't watch it.
Yeah, just don't. This ain't for you. How the old folks say it, this ain't for you.
It ain't for you then. Go on then. And right, Sam, it was the watch out here watching the whole mess like it's Basketball Wives. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I wonder what I'm gonna watch today on the X-Men. So at this point, by the time Cable shows up, we got about 10 minutes left of this episode. We have seen soap opera style reality TV messiness. Now it's time to get to the good stuff. All hell breaks loose. The Sentinels show up and they just start blowing everybody up.
Murking everybody.
So, and I love the way they did it. The way they did it, they showed it from Rogue's point of view because Rogue is spinning and the camera's spinning with her. And then it wakes up. Then you see like buildings on fire and you see a 3-headed Sentinel spider that's dropping other Sentinels out. And they're just exterminating everybody that they can exterminate. Needless to say, Gambit and Rogue and Magneto are fighting back. They're trying to save everybody. Nightcrawler is there too. He's helping out, but there ain't but so much he can do. As much as I like Nightcrawler, he can't teleport 30 people to Massachusetts and come back. It ain't gonna happen. So they're fighting basically a losing battle. They know they're gonna lose. There's no way they can win this. And Magneto is the Omega level threat, which means they focus on him.
Which okay. Let's talk about this. Now, when that Sentinel said Omega level threat detected.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not, what I'm saying, fight it out, bruh. I am not going to be hugged up on you with all the Sentinels sitting, Big Daddy Sentinel, looking at you. I'll be like, listen, you go ahead. You got this. I'm out. So, like, if they couldn't, I guess they couldn't break out of the little dome thing.
No.
Because it's like, no.
The way Magneto did it, he had no choice. So what he does is he wraps, because Rogue was trying to, I don't know what Rogue was trying to do. I really don't. She was gonna get killed. So Magneto tied her and Gambit to a thing and wrapped them up. He put a whole metal shield around him because he has a lot of the Morlocks. Banshee got knocked out. I think Banshee's on death's door. He put a metal thing or a metal dome around them because he has the Morlocks with him.
Yes.
And the Sentinel keeps pounding them until he says, Omega level threat eliminated. Rogue breaks out. She calls herself going to fly straight toward him. Gambit, the way they did that scene was tight because Gambit immediately sees what she's doing, jumps on the bike, and tries to heads her off, saving her life because she was about to get done because he threw a charged motorcycle at her, which pushes her out of the way, out of the path. It's about to kill Nightcrawler, and I think White Queen and Sebastian Shaw was over there, if I'm not mistaken. But I can't remember because the scene is so fast. You just see Nightcrawler, and you see he's on that roof with all those other people, and then Gambit rushes him. And the last 10 minutes was really a Gambit showcase because Gambit was putting in work. Gambit says he sees his bet and he raises it, dashes toward him, gets stabbed in the side. This is what I don't understand about this dumb Sentinel. He does realize that Gambit's power set is to charge things that's not alive. You're not alive. Stabbing him was the wrong thing to do. So Gambit's like, because he's like, mutant threat eliminated. The name's Gambit, mon ami. Remember it. Charges the whole Sentinel. Boom. Sentinel's dead. So that's pretty much how the episode ends. And the last part of the episode was basically Rogue holding Gambit, crying, saying she can't feel him. And I'm sitting there like, didn't you just choose Magneto?
Just boot up with Magneto?
Yeah.
Like, don't cry over me now that I'm dead. Go find pieces of your man over there and leave my body alone.
And the thing that I like about this, J Biggs, I don't think Sebastian Shaw is dead. I may be wrong. I do need to go rewatch it. I'll rewatch it. Because I know Banshee was saving somebody and got clipped. So I know he's not dead. I don't think Sebastian Shaw is dead, though. I think he was laid out.
Like the true who we really lost or.
Yeah, we'll probably find out Wednesday.
Yeah.
But the thing that I liked about this was, I don't know if anybody read E for Extinction, but right after that, we found out because Gambit did die in that. Died technically because Apocalypse brought him back as one of his 4 horsemen. He was death, and so I'm wondering if they're gonna do that. That's gonna be dope if they bring him back as death. Because if Sinister is involved, and Sinister was already afraid of Apocalypse anyway, that's why he was trying to make the perfect mutant by Jean and Scott doing the deed and creating a baby. This might be. I'm hoping that's what this is. So the whole episode, like this is like one of the best episodes of television I've seen, cartoon or live action, because it hit all the emotional beats. They have made Cyclops such an interesting character to the point where you kind of understand his point of view for some stuff. Like, look, I understand why Jean was mad, but at the same time, Madeline is the mother of his child, and he was talking to the mother of his child. You can get mad all you want to. It ain't like he thought it was you.
But like, here's the thing. Why wouldn't you just tell her? Like, yes, I'm still talking to her. We talk about her son. That's all you had to do.
That's all you had to do.
Honest. Not while I'm sitting here, we trying to reconnect, and then I get a little psychic aftershock and realize, oh, you still talking to this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what we doing? No.
Yeah. So I was sitting there. I was just like, I know a lot of people finna be mad when the episode ended. Like, ooh, all the Gambit fans finna be mad. They really finna be mad.
I'm like, nah. But but it was so messy, and the watcher was watching. To me, I was like, this is General Hospital. Ain't nobody dead until they dead.
Yeah.
And even when they're dead, they're still not dead.
Yeah. Magneto ain't dead. I already know Magneto ain't dead because that's not how. Nah. In E for Extinction, they thought they killed him and they didn't. They really did. They should have. Because one of my favorite lines from that comic is, "You should have killed me when you had the chance." Because this is when he's like, remember the first episode? He's like, "Don't make me let you down."
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when he finds out what the death toll is. When he finds out what that death toll is, he's gonna be. They turned him back into the old him. So, I'm looking forward to how they do this, because if they do bring in Apocalypse, Gambit needs to be Death. He needs to be the Angel of Death. So we can see that storyline play out. Yeah, because Gambit, yes, he's dead technically, but Apocalypse brings him back to life in the comic. So I'm wondering if that's what they're going to do here, because we should be, if I'm not mistaken, I think the next episode, Wednesday's episode, is going to deal with Storm and Forge fighting the adversary, and she gets her powers back. And then after that, we go back to, the aftermath. So, but this episode right here, whoo, boy.
It's too much.
Yeah. So
this episode, what the showrunner used to pitch the show.
Yeah, probably.
Vicky said, I was pissed as a Gambit fan, but I am waiting to see what happens. Me too. And Jay, the old him, he never changed. He was just waiting for something to piss him off, and that was it. Listen. He was like, don't let this fool you, baby. I'm still me. Hold on. All right. Yeah. You know what? I got something for you.
And that's basically what this is, because this is basically, it's war now. It's war. Bolivar Trask, this is one of those situations where Bolivar Trask wrote a check that his behind can't cash, and he finna find out the hard way. Because not only do you got Magneto mad, you got Cyclops mad. And Cyclops is not the person you want to get mad when he's already going through stuff. He's just not the one. So I am very much looking forward to this week's episode, because I need my goddess to get her powers back so she can regulate some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I did also find it interesting that they released the mid-season trailer, and they showed Captain America's shield. So I'm wondering if they're gonna do an episode where the Avengers show up, and what's that's gonna be like, because that's gonna be interesting, since this is MCU, so we're gonna see what happens. Now, I want to ask Vicky this because of the Watcher showing up. We know the What If season 3 is coming sometime this year. Are we getting an X-Men episode?
I don't see why not.
Because now the cat's out of bed, we ain't gotta act like they don't exist.
Yeah,
we don't have to act like that now.
They're in our world, and that the whole mess that was the Sony adaptation of it, it doesn't exist. It's gone. Poof.
Yeah.
Poof, didn't happen. So now it's like, you might as well have them, because then there's so much you could do. Because what if? So like, what if?
What if Gambit didn't die?
No, you gotta be wild. You gotta
go wilder.
What if Storm became, the next Supreme or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
you
gotta go real crazy.
Let's be wild with it.
Gotcha. But I did notice the whole Watcher thing, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yep. This ain't whatever gonna happen in this episode, it ain't gonna end well. Not with that dude, it ain't gonna end well.
At all.
But overall, I love the episode.
You know what? So because we saw him watching. So whatever's gonna play out is gonna play out that we're gonna see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then for the episode of What If, be like, what if, and then something that changes of how it happened. First, like what we saw,
and that might be the episode that they do.
What if Cable shows up? Get there in time.
Yeah, Cable got there in time. Yeah.
But because he stopped it, whole bunch of other stuff went horribly wrong. And the classic case of butterfly effect. Sometimes bad things need to happen for everything else to continue.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. If that's the episode, I've claimed that I wrote it. That was me.
Okay, we'll just go with that. But yeah, that does seem like a good idea of what if Cable was able to stop it from happening. That would be a good one. Because I don't see them having the Watcher in there and it not playing out.
Or what if Rogue walked away from Magneto if she didn't choose him, and then he went off the deep end early and murked people and it went bad then.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Even though I'm like, she showed up dressed to the nine. They done had a sexy dance up in front of everybody. Then kissed this man in front of Gambit. Gambit sits up and leave. Like, and then she gonna cry when he died.
Yo, in front of me though?
Yeah, in front of him. I'm like,
go ahead, be with him. Go ahead. Go on.
And then Gambit spends the next 10 minutes trying to make sure she don't die.
Like, nah, where your man at? Go get your man.
Oh my goodness, that was a messy episode.
Yep.
From a relationship standpoint, people having relationships, that was a messy episode. Hilarious, but messy. But the last 10 minutes, was like, okay, yeah. Whoever's writing the live action version needs to consult with this team. Whoever's writing the live action version of X-Men, when they go to whenever Marvel Studios decides to do it, they need to consult with the X-Men 97 team because they know what they're doing. So please consult with them because what they have been doing has been nothing short of amazing. I'm like, this is how you do a continuation of something, So yeah, what if Gambit wore a black suit instead of the white suit? That's a good what if. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, overall though, final thoughts, Vicky.
Listen, it was a wild ride. Wild ride. But I'm gonna see what they do next, and we're gonna go from there.
Yeah, Wednesday, boy, man, these cliffhangers.
Yo,
these cliffhangers.
This too much.
Yeah, they did not lie when they said, "Hey, look, we leave y'all on cliffhangers." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus."
Yeah, listen. They were like, "I understand y'all used to, hour and a half long episodes of these other shows, and you're used to us dropping everything at once. But guess what? We ain't going to do that. It's going to be a short episode, and we're going to leave it on cliffhangers every single time to piss you off."
You're going to be back here next Wednesday. You're going to be back here Wednesday.
You ain't gonna wait to the end of the week. No, you gonna give us the numbers, the watch numbers on Wednesday.
Yep. That's when we're gonna look at them on Thursday because we know that's when y'all watching. Y'all watching Wednesday.
Exactly.
Some people wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the episode because there were so many people on Twitter Wednesday. I can't believe they did that. Like,
yeah, so many people mad.
Like, when did you watch it? 3 a.m. Like, you woke up at 3 a.m. to watch the episode, bruh.
And like Sam just said, my daughter came to me today wanting it to be Wednesday. Look at that. Next generation.
And let's be honest, that's what I'm gonna do on Wednesday myself. I'm watching before I go to work. So
you ain't even gonna wait. Like, hold on.
They got me. They got me.
And it's like, I am some people. And like it's the perfect thing to get your little workout on. You got a little one of them at home steppers or a little walking pad or whatever. Turn on the episode and do a little workout and watch the episode. You know what I'm saying? So you got your fitness in, little 20-30 minute fitness, and then you watch the episode.
I mean, I got my Switch. All I gotta do is put fitness boxing on handheld mode and watch the episode.
There you go.
While I'm getting it in. But yep, that was today's episode. Thank you everybody in chat. We appreciate you for coming through. Vicky, anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
Yes, as always, come on by the stream, Twitch, streaming more on YouTube. Come on by Fangirl Review. And Mondays is Mayhem Mondays, in which we play horror games. And I force my friends to play, so they're screaming with me. And it makes it easier. I'm not as scared as when I'm by myself. I'm scared, but all you gotta do is play scary games with people who are more scary than you. That's all. So they'd be like, and it's funny. So then you're not scared. And then Wednesdays is like usually a cozy game. I'm playing something cozy.
All right. So on the Wing the Podcast, we're going to be going live at 7:30 tonight. So come back in an hour. The Wing the Podcast will be live. It's our Q&A episode. So we got a few questions that some of our listeners have left, so we're going to be answering those as well as answering the chat questions, asking the chat questions. So yeah, 7:30. Be there.
Right, 7:30.
Yep, 7:30. So we will be asking the chat question. First half of the episode is going to be the questions that we got from our listeners. The second half of the episode will be questions we ask the chat. So see y'all at 7:30. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a real fun time. Other than that, hopefully next week is less stressful for us fans.
When has it been less stressful this whole time we've been watching?
The first episode?
The first episode started with Magneto taking over the X-Men.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
but that was less stressful though. The second episode, Storm lost her powers. The third episode, Jean shows up. The fourth episode, Mojo and the Adversary show up. In the fifth episode, to kill Gambit. Yeah.
So Magneto taking over the X-Men is the least stressful part of this show.
The least stressful part of the show.
That is wild.
And not to mention Sinister's back. So yeah, this has been a rough 5 weeks for the X-Men. Yeah. But yeah, we will see you guys next Sunday. Peace out, people.